Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome back to our IT section, Standard 3rd, Chapter 3rd, Hardware and Software. So students, what we had learned in previous chapter? Yes, first switching on the computer. Second, shutting down a computer. And third, computer operate the all systems. So today we are going to learn hardware and software. In computer technology, all the physical components of a computer are referred to as the hardware, and all the computer programs are known as the software. These two terms emphasize the fact that the physical components and programs are two essential parts of a working computer system. The two basic parts of a computer system are first hardware and second software. Let us learn about hardware. The physical parts of a computer that you can touch and see are called hardware. A human body consists of the different parts. The outer part of a body are visible, but the parts like brain, lung, heart, etc., which are inside cannot be seen. Similarly, in computer we can see the parts of the hardware that are outside. Example, monitor, keyboard and mouse. They are attached to the CPU by cables. We already know about the mouse, keyboard and monitor. Let us now understand the parts of a CPU, which is also known as the system unit. System unit is also known as Central Processing Unit, CPU. The CPU functions as the brain of a computer. Just like our brain, it controls all the functions of a computer. It is complicated, performing many functions simultaneously. The CPU box comprises of the main circuit board, memory, microprocessor, input-output channel and storage media like floppy drive, hard drive, CD-ROM, etc. Thus all the working is done in the system unit. Let us now understand the internal parts of the system unit, which is also known as the hardware. The first part of the CPU is microprocessor. A microprocessor is an integrated circuit board that contains a complete CPU on a single chip. The CPU consists of two parts, the arithmetic and logic unit and control unit. They work together to process the computer's data. The main functions of a CPU are first, to store data and instructions received from input devices in its memory. Second, to process the data entered in the computer. And third, to generate output to the output devices. So, now we will see the parts of hardware. The following parts are first, motherboard. A motherboard is like the mother to all of other circuit boards. Motherboard is one of the most essential parts of a computer system. It is the main circuit board of the computer. All the components and parts are fixed and connected on the motherboard. It holds all the most important parts of the computer, including the central processing unit, memory, and connectors for input and output devices. The base of motherboard consists of a very firm sheet of non-conductive material. It is also called the system board. Second, RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. It is also known as primary memory of a computer. Memory refers to a device that is used to store information for immediate use in a computer or related computer hardware device. RAM chips are store data temporarily, which means it will remember information that you input as data till the computer is on. It erases all data once the computer is switched off. It is usually available in modules of 64 MB, 256 MB, 2 GB, 4 GB storage capacity. Third is a ROM. ROM stands for Read Only Memory. It is a very fast type of computer memory which is usually installed close to the CPU on the motherboard. ROM stores the instructions which are used to operate a computer program. ROM is a type of non-volatile memory, which means that the data stored in ROM persists in the memory even when it receives no power. ROM is used for long-term storage. When a computer is switched on, the CPU can begin reading information stored in ROM. The ROM stores the instructions which are used to operate programs. ROM is like reading a library book. You get a lot of information from a book, but cannot edit it. Similarly, information stored on ROM can only be read and does not get lost once the computer is switched off. Now fourth, hard disk. It is used to store information. The hard disk stores data permanently. It has a capacity to store data much more than a pen drive. It is sealed inside the hard disk drive. It is like memory of the computer. It is one of the permanent storage medium. A hard disk must be present in the CPU for the computer to function properly or smoothly. Fifth, computer fan. A computer fan is the main source of cooling of a computer. As the components inside the computer generate heat, it has to be kept as cool as possible. A CPU cooling fan is necessary to dissipate that heat, and maintaining your computer's cooling system can increase their lives and reduce the chance of damage to important business systems. If you hear a CPU fan running at high speeds when the computer is performing less intensive tasks like spreadsheet calculation or word processing, Sixth, sound card. A sound card is connected to the speaker, which is used to listen to music. This allows the computer to produce sound. A sound card, also known as an audio card. A sound card is the part of the computer hardware that controls the input and output of the sound signals. A sound card is known as an expansion card. This means that the card can be added to the motherboard. Nowadays, most of the audio cards are integrated with the motherboard. That means they are built into a main board and cannot be removed. 7. Modem. A modem is a hardware device that converts data from a digital format. A device that links the computer to the internet. There are two types of modems: internal and external. An internal modem is installed inside the CPU box, and an external modem is connected outside the CPU box. Next is a software. Software is a program that tells the hardware how to work. It is a set of commands or coded instructions that you give to the computer in the form of programs. A software program is stored on the hard disk. You may create your own software or buy ready-made softwares. The computer games on a CD-ROM that you buy from the store are ready-made softwares like MS Word, Notepad, and WordPad. There are two types of softwares. First, system software. Second, application software. First, system software. The system software is the set of programs to control and manage the operations of a computer hardware. A system software is a basic requirement of a computer system. It is built-in software required for smooth functioning of a computer. It is a set of one or more programs designed to make the computer understand the instructions or program given by the user. The examples of software are operating systems, compilers, and interpreters, etc. Second is the application software. An application software is a computer program designed to help the user to fulfill his own needs of performing a certain type of work. The operating system allows the application software to use the hardware and understand the programs and instructions given by the user for his specific need. Different organizations like banks, railways, airlines, schools are their own application software which is customized as per their needs to carry out their day-to-day activities smoothly. For example, a travel company may design a software to book airline tickets easily using a computer. Next, supermarkets have softwares that generates bills faster on the computer. The examples of application software are: first, Paint. It is used for drawing and painting. Second, WordPad. It is used for typing letters and documents. Third, Microsoft Windows logo. It is used for drawing through a coded language. And fourth, Microsoft PowerPoint. It is used to make presentation. So students, everyone have understood this chapter, hardware and software? Yes. So tell me the names of hardware. Yes, first is a motherboard. Second, RAM. Third, ROM. Fourth, hard disk. Fifth, computer fan. Sixth, sound card. And seventh, modem. Very good. So now tell me the types of software. Yes, first is a system software and second application software. Very good. So I hope everyone have understood this chapter, hardware and software. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.